Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner, and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Jamie Crosby. She's the CEO of Proactivate. What does Proactivate stand for?
Well, Gerhard, it stands for having a proactive approach to achieving revenue goals as it relates to talent. But it's a funny story. When I first started the company, the name was going to be Sales Bench, about having a bench of talent to have a high-performing sales organization. And I called the lawyer and said, "Sales Bench, that's it." And he thought I was saying something else, Gerhard. He said, "You do not want to be known as the sales bitch. You have to come up with a new name." So hence the name Proactivate.
Awesome.
Yes. Although I might have gotten a lot of business with the name Sales Bench. You never know.
Well, there's a sales benchmark index. That's another part of the
That's true.
Right, business.
That's true.
So what do sales leaders look for when they hire new talent? What is the number one thing that they want to hear from you?
Well, it's interesting because I've asked a lot of sales leaders that question, of course, and the number one quality that they say they're looking for most often is curiosity. And what that really boils down to is having a growth mindset, somebody who will learn and grow and develop and unlearn and relearn new things. So that, I love that answer when I ask the question. I also oftentimes hear empathy, and that is critical for both salespeople and top sales leaders to show for their teams as well as for their clients, depending on the role they're in. So those are two of the things that I hear the most.
Right. So you're a business leader and you lead a team. What are some of the secrets that you can share with our audience? What you've learned as a leader to get results through other people?
Well, one of the things I think in terms of getting the best out of your people is knowing why they're really there, what's really important to them. So I think as leaders, oftentimes we are talking to our sales team about our goals, not their goals. Mm-hmm. And the conversation is often in sales about quota, right? And so all of it is about our number for our company, but they have a bigger why as to why they're there. And if we could learn that about our people, which is really caring about them at a different level, and make the conversation about their why, then we get greater results in terms of the outcome. And by the way, it helps them achieve that number we were originally talking about, because we're talking about things that are really important to them in terms of why they're there to achieve that number.
So then what we said earlier about curiosity, that applies to the leader as well. The leader needs to be curious about the employee.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What is the greatest source of pride in your business?
I think I would say our team, first and foremost, because I've got a team of great talent managers and leaders that are able to help make significant impacts within other organizations in regard to their revenue and just helping them create high-performing organizations. And so that's one thing. But I think for me, as the CEO and founder of Proactivate, just looking at the opportunity to help others maximize who they were truly created to be and just live their fullest life. And so I think we do that internally with our team, but also we're able to help impact others externally by helping them either upgrade their career or helping sales organizations to really grow because they are building a team with their number one asset, right, which is great people.
Right. So when it comes to the onboarding process, which follows the hiring, do you get involved in that too?
If they'd like us to, we do. We certainly, we are sometimes helping to develop the metrics for success or develop a fast start or a ramp-up program for them. And so certainly if they would like additional help with that, that's something that we can do.
Right. So a lot of people say that they learn from their mistakes. What are some of the mistakes that you've made early on in your business, and what have you learned from them?
Well, first of all, early on in my career, I remember just being so driven, which is great, right? But I'm in my 20s at this point, and I'm expecting everyone else will do just what I did. And if I just tell them, do this, 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 and this, and then you'll get this result, they would just do it. And that really didn't work as well as I had thought, as you can imagine, right? And we really do have to care about what they want and know their bigger why, and not expect that everyone is just as driven as us. So I would say that that's one thing. And then I think initially in my business, you have a vision of how things are going to go. And as a founder of a business, you want to control all of it to make sure it goes just like that. And so a big learning leap for me, and which has propelled us to future growth, is getting other great leaders on my team to help lead other parts of the business. So, I've got a great leadership team today that has helped propel us forward to, future growth beyond what I could have done on my own. And I think that's a great lesson.
Right. So are you saying that your first hiring decisions were not that great?
No, actually, I'm not. Although I'm sure I made some mistakes. But no, I think it was more of just owning it all and, feeling like I could lead it all one way and it was going to be exactly how I envisioned it, versus getting input from other leaders. And, the best thing a leader can do is get other people around them who are smarter or better in different areas.
So you were good in picking talent, but your challenges with
letting go maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Which is a good learning lesson that, we all want great results, and in the process, we overlook that we are not 100% responsible for everything.
Right. And it's knowing what you are great at, and then spending your time there and hiring others, to walk alongside of you.
And then I had the same experience in creating my business, because I hired people that had good talent and I trusted them. But then I stepped in, and then I had got some pushback, and I thought, why did I push back? I'm helping them get better.
Right.
But I didn't understand that you need to allow people to grow at their own pace.
Right. Yeah. And it's a challenge sometimes, especially for people like us who start a business and have a vision and want everyone to be at our pace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So today, what is your vision for your company? You've gone through a lot of transformations in the recent time. How do you transform an organization to a higher level?
Well, I think the way you transform is having a growth mindset, and we've certainly had to do that within our own organization and look at areas that we can make an impact. And some of that is our market segmentation. So we are specialized in the area of sales and sales leadership, as you know. Marketing and sales operations, sales enablement, those are all other areas that we work within that we know we can impact at a greater degree. And so it's maximizing those opportunities in the marketplace to say, hey, where are the biggest growth engines in terms of revenue within an organization, and go beyond. And so that's one of the areas of which we've found a lot of growth. And in terms of vision overall, I think the curiosity and the growth of just knowing that we can continually get better. Some of the areas that we're talking about at Sales 3.0, just in the area of video and how to use that better in the marketplace, because the market's changing and technology's advancing, and it causes us to have to respond, not necessarily respond, but reach out to our clients in different ways. And respond to the market, so to speak. And so we want to be ahead of that curve, and we have to consistently be looking at new ways of doing things to get even better. So, and part of that too, as we qualify talent, Gerhard, because that's obviously, that is our secret sauce, is our qualification process. And so it's how to use some of those things in the market, like video, even into that process.
How many of your candidates have video resumes?
Very, very few.
Do you think it's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. One of the things we do when we are, providing clients with candidates is do a video interview with them as a portion of the qualification process so they can see them in action. And they love it. So if a candidate took the initiative to have a video interview, oh my gosh, in a minute you would hire that person
Right.
who was creative
Right.
and
Right.
Responding
Right.
to a market like that.
But there's something else that pops in my mind when I think about video. It's also the energy that it's not just curiosity. Are you asking the right questions? It's not enough because
Right.
so much is body language, and you want to know whether that person has that emotional flexibility
Yes.
to respond to something that comes up, and see whether they have empathy, whether they have ego drive. There's a lot
You can
to be
see a
said.
lot.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
awesome. I understand you wrote a new book. Tell us about it.
Yes, I did. Mike Pierce and I wrote a book on how to source, qualify, and hire elite sales talent. So it really walks companies through a true process and methodology in terms of hiring the best of the best talent, which is, of course, what we do alongside them if they want to have us help them along. But in the meantime, it's a great book on just how to create that within your own organization and what to look for and how to go find people that are working and winning and doing well. So thank you. Yes, we're
How
excited.
can people learn more about Proactivate?
So they can go to proactivate.net and as well jamiecrosby.com if they would like to learn more about perhaps having a speaker in regard to mindset
Right.
and sales mindset.
So you've done a mindset keynote recently. What there were about 1,000 people attending.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that it just, as you know, mindset is truly the key to sales success. 80% of success comes from sales mindset. So, that is something that we are very much committed to in terms of our qualification processes, not just looking at skill set for sales talent, but mindset as well. So, yes, I'm passionate about this topic and certainly love to do the keynotes and workshops in the area of mindset to help sales organizations really maximize success within the team members.
Awesome. Yeah. I suggest that everybody should tune in to proactivate.net. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Gerhard.